What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett.
I'm Lance.
This is Rants or Us.
As always, if you like the videos, to subscribe, comment, like, and share.
Today we're going to be talking about something that we've pretty much been talking about almost the last couple of weeks. Yeah, well, we did the review
to an extent,
and that's one thing we've done some reviews on all the episodes of season 2 of the Umbrella Academy. Yeah, so definitely check those out first. But today we're going to be talking about, will the Umbrella Academy be renewed for season 3?
I think it will.
I'm almost kind of shocked it hasn't already.
I think the only reason it hasn't is because season 2 came out last week. Give it time, and it will be.
But it kind of does shock me.
I think Netflix has to wait and see how viewers tuned in. If this is going to be something they're going to wish to continue doing or not, because it's a Netflix original. Yeah. They got test waters just like anything else.
Yeah. But I kind of feel like, in a lot of these different shows, they're being renewed for like 2, 3, 4, and 5 seasons sometimes.
Season 2 for The Boys comes out September 4th, but they've already been renewed for season 3.
Yeah, I know. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You got a good point there, but
it's like
I don't know.
It's like Game of Thrones always was. Like, it was always renewed. Like, there was no chance of it being canceled.
Shows like Sons of Anarchy. When Sons of Anarchy went off the air, you didn't know if you were having it the next year.
It was same with Mayans too.
Yeah,
I mean, Mayans.
So that's still up in there too.
So I kind of feel like the success of the Umbrella Academy, because the Umbrella Academy has been by far the best show on Netflix.
I will say this: if they were to cancel it, which that's a big if, it's not going to happen. Let's be honest.
I don't think it will.
But if it did, I would be extremely pissed because of the way it ended.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's definitely a cliffhanger.
That's definitely
that would be a cliffhanger.
What just happened moment, And if I never got an answer to this, I would be extremely upset.
And see, of course...
Although, I guess I could go read the comic and get an answer.
Yeah, well, yes and no. Because, there's some things that they're touching on in the comics, but then, they hint on in the comics. But they've kind of, changed up some storylines as well. So, I mean, they're not, going verbatim off of the comics either.
I don't think you can, because fans of the comic would stay interested.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen. Why am I going to watch this?
I can even say the same thing probably for The Boys. I don't think they're going to go verbatim off the comics either.
I don't think anything does. I don't think it can.
But I feel like the Umbrella Academy and The Boys, if there's one thing that it has done, it is shown that, hey, comic book series, just in the series format, not just in the movie format, are awesome.
Another thing is that it's kind of opened my eyes. That's what I was getting at. What's kind of opened my eyes to is you ain't got to be DC or Marvel to survive in this world.
No.
And I kind of like that. It's kind of like the underdog comics are kind of coming to the top right now. I'm more excited for Umbrella Academy and The Boys than I am like Batman or anything like that.
Well, I know. I am too. I mean,
so that's saying something for them to be such an underdog.
All right, so let me ask you this question: does that speak more to how bad DC and Marvel
have
gotten, or does it talk about? Which I know people are out there are going to be like, well, DC and Marvel haven't got. DC's had its trouble, but DC's been good with the Arrowverse, and then Marvel's been good with the movies. But Marvel's, series hasn't been quite as good as the DC series. So, I mean, there's all these other little...
That's kind of arguable in a way, because I'm a DC fan. You know this. But if we're going to talk about TV shows, I was big in the Arrow. But...
That's big in the Flash.
That Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show was really good.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, but I'm talking
especially
about...
if
was it up to the level of,
Well, see, you got to compare the right shows together too.
Yeah.
If you're going to compare something to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you have to compare that with Days of Tomorrow or whatever that show's called. Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's like taking the best of one and then the worst of another.
But that's.
But even look, I'm not a fan.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is about their group, and that's about their group. So you got to compare those two either way.
But see,
and Marvel would win in that.
Well, Marvel would probably win in that category, but I think we're kind of underestimating the Legends of Tomorrow too. That's actually still a pretty popular show. I'm not a big fan of it.
I'm not a fan of it at all.
I think it's a garbage show. That's the way I look at it. I got into the first one or two.
You want to knock me out? Put it on.
Yeah,
I'll go straight to
sleep. I know.
I cannot watch it. I can't get past the first 30 minutes.
Yeah. But I feel like the Umbrella Academy,
maybe
it
I ain't giving that show a fair shake. Maybe I should try it again. I don't know.
Well, it's like the Umbrella Academy. It took me a while to it took me a while in the first season.
But yeah.
But I feel like it should have. I feel like it should already been renewed. It kind of does worry me a little bit that it hasn't been renewed yet. But I don't know. I'm like,
it don't
such
worry,
a
man.
big
I'm not
success.
I'm not worried about it. But your original question, we got way off topic, was, is this Marvel and DC getting bad? Or the thing that it shows me is I feel like Marvel and DC, when it comes to Marvel and DC, they've made it. They ain't got to try very hard. Well, with these underdog shows, they're trying to make it.
Yeah. So
I think that's why they're so much better.
I feel like there's room for...
I think Marvel and DC might have not got worse, but they got lazy.
Yeah. I feel like you've got expectations when you've got Batman or, something along those lines, the Avengers. I feel like you got expectations that you got to meet. As far as like something like the Umbrella Academy, I think the boys. But as far as the Umbrella Academy is concerned, I think it didn't go into it with high expectations. And
I had no expectations. I had never even heard of it.
Yeah, so I mean, it shot up to be like one of the top shows.
When I saw trailers for season 1 or even read about what it was about, I was like, I ain't watching this crap.
That's kind of the way I felt towards it.
But
but then I got into it.
I was instant, like very beginning of episode 1. I was hooked on that show.
Well, see, I know that they had talked about when it come to the Umbrella Academy that maybe in September. But then I'm kind of like, I'll tell you what worries me is because of, things are going to be changing, depends upon how this coronavirus and all that kind of works when it comes to production and costs and different things along those lines.
And where they shoot's going to be an issue because we're not just going to be able to go to like New Zealand and shoot some.
Yeah.
Because there's all the travel is going to be limited.
So I mean, you got to take it in that way. Okay, even if it does get renewed, when will be the next time we see it? Will it be a year from now? Will it be 2 years from now? I mean, see, that's kind of worries that I've got in my mind too.
And that might be what's stalling the renewal. They'll be like, well, we're going to wait to see how long it's going to be before we'll be able to shoot this before we renew y'all.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at even we were talking about Marvel. Marvel, the slate of them. Phase 5. They've basically or 4. One of them.
But 5 will be postponed too because 4 is. So I mean, the phases are getting
by a year.
And
so what's really to keep the Umbrella Academy from not being pushed back a year? I mean, see, that's the kind of worry that
now the only thing I can say is if everything else is getting pushed back and they're like, no, we're going to do this, that'll give them the advantage.
I think so
because
too.
everything else we're gonna have to wait longer for. If we get this sooner, everybody gonna be tuning into this instead of this. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, we need.
It's gonna get renewed.
As soon as season 3 comes out, I'm binge watching, just like I did in season. Of course, we did the reviews.
Probably do the reviews on that one too.
We will.
So
as always, guys, leave us a comment,
like, share, and subscribe, and also just a little reminder thing or a statement kind of. We are going to be doing episodic reviews over the boys coming up too. So
don't forget to check out our episodic reviews of
click your
the Umbrella Academy.
But when you subscribe, click the notification bell down below so you can stay up to date when we drop our next video. Bye.